Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's video announcements. I want to start by inviting you to check your email or check Facebook for updates about our COVID policy. I will also put a link to that update in the comments. Our Safe Congregation Response team met this weekend in light of new guidance and the new state of the pandemic in this moment and made some changes to our COVID policy. The big ones are that we have lifted capacity limits on Sunday morning worship and on programming, so you no longer need to sign up to come on Sunday mornings. And we will also be singing throughout the service. And we've made space that we can start to have fellowship hour as well, closer to the ways we used to. Although that will take some volunteers to get really started, but the possibility is there. And we are asking folks to continue to wear masks on Sunday morning. And at any program that is indoors and has more than 15 people, masks are required. I know it's a little different than the CDC guidance, but we are a community that cares for one another. And we have folks in our congregation who are immunocompromised. We have folks who are at risk for other reasons. We have little ones who still can't be vaccinated. And this is one of the ways that we center the most vulnerable among us and care for them, is by continuing to mask on Sunday mornings. But it allows us to be together. It allows us to sing together. I think it's worth it. And we are also still asking people who come to indoor programs to be up to date on whatever COVID-19 vaccines they are eligible for. So that's on the honor system. We aren't going to be checking, but we're asking that is something you're up to date on in order to come to our programs. So I hope this feels exciting. I hope that you will come and be here and be together and sing together. And I also know that there are folks who won't be ready for that or who don't feel safe doing that because of their particular situation. So if that is you, don't worry. We are still going to have robust online worship, just as we have been doing, and we will still be encouraging programs and groups to have an online option for those who don't want to come in person. So don't worry, that's not going away. You can still be fully a part of our community online. And if you do feel comfortable coming, I hope to see you. Come on out this Sunday and be together. In addition to a global pandemic, we are now facing war in Ukraine, and I know that has been heavy on folks' hearts. And there is a vigil happening up in Concord tomorrow if you want to be with others to a peaceful rally for Ukraine. It's being sponsored by the Protection of the Blessed Virgin Mary Ukrainian Catholic Church, which is in Manchester, and they are being supported by the New Hampshire Council of Churches and the Kent Street Coalition. That's from noon to 1 tomorrow, March 2nd, up at the State House in Concord. And so if you would like to gather and be with people, express solidarity with folks in Ukraine and with the folks here in New Hampshire who are connected to Ukraine, you can show up tomorrow, noon to 1, at the State House in Concord. Also, tomorrow evening is the next session of the Spiritual Sharing Circle that Eileen Herring and Karen Campbell are hosting once a month. There are details about that in the newsletter and on our website. And if you want the Zoom link, you should reach out to Karen, and she can help send that to you. This Sunday, I will be preaching, and it'll be the first of a series, a pulpit swap series that I am doing with our neighbor churches in Milford and Manchester. So this week we'll all be in our own pulpits. Next week I will be up in Manchester. No, I will be in Milford next week. And Patrick, the minister from Manchester, will be preaching here. And Shayna, the minister from Milford, will be preaching up in Manchester. So we're kind of rotating. And then March 20th, you'll hear from Shayna, and I will be in Manchester. I can't even keep it all straight. But basically, you'll hear from each of us over the course of 3 weeks, and we're going to be talking about this topic of renewing faith. That is our topic for this month. And specifically, what does it mean to be church or to do church right now? What does that mean? So I'm excited to explore that and excited for you to get a taste of a couple other ministers and how they do things. And so hope to see you on Sunday, either in person or online, and hope you'll show up for Shayna and Patrick as well. Next Friday, March 11th, is a fundraiser for the New Hampshire Community Bail Fund, which used to be called the Bail and Bond Fund. We've done outreach offerings for them in the past. They're a project of UU Action New Hampshire, and we have some folks in our congregation who are really active in working on that. And so they're doing a fundraiser March 11th right here in Nashua at our church. So it's right close by, and they would love to have you attend. I will put a link in the comments with more information about that. It's a Friday night at 6 p.m. They've got a great speaker lined up, and I hope you'll consider coming out and supporting them. The next day, March 12th, is our next Faith Formation Family Hour. I had originally said in last week's announcements, I had said that it was going to be this week on March 5th, but we decided to change that because it's school vacation week and folks aren't around. So it'll be March 12th, 1 to 2 p.m. There'll be some fun and activities for families, and kids will be able to pick up their at-home church kits as well. And workshops for kids will be on March 13th. The plan right now is to have an in-person and an online option, and we'll have more details about that, more details to come. And finally, it is still stewardship season, so I hope you are thinking carefully about your gift to UU Nashua. If you have not already made a pledge, I hope you're thinking about that. I really encourage you to give generously, to think about what you can give and then give a little bit more than that maybe. And I will put the link in the comments to where you can fill out a pledge form. We're about halfway through, but we don't have half the number of pledges we want to have. So we have about 59 pledges. We're hoping to get 185. That's what we got last year, so I know we can do it. So today's the day. Go ahead and give. We would love to hear from you, and we are grateful for your gift, whatever amount you are able to give. So that was a lot. That's what I've got for you this week. If you have anything you want me to include next week, you can send me a note by Tuesday morning, and I'll make sure it gets in. And in the meantime, I hope you have a good week, and I hope I will see you in church sometime soon.